Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are creating two custom Patreon spreads for the month of December. I know that this page up here says February. I am out of 2024 currently pages, so we are going to just go ahead and cover this up. I'm going to try to be a little bit cleaner with the cover up here because of what I plan to layer. And this first set of pages is for Courtney. And for Courtney, we are creating a December currently page and a monthly favorites page. So I have Winter Florals here by Castetic Plans, and I thought that it would be really pretty to use these stickers right here at the top. Now, in order to do that, I would be covering up a little bit of the one and the header, but I think that we can find a way to make it work. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, but I want to line these up. It's like my desk mat is, it's not sticking, but it can be hard to move pages. Okay, we got those lined up really nicely. Because this sticker doesn't go completely across, we're going to use a little bit of filler to make it look like it does. So I'm going to use the paper stickers here versus the clear ones just because they're a little bit easier to work with. But I want to kind of go around the punch there. And then a little bit over here, let's use this and a tiny bit on the right side as well. Just kind of adding in a little bit more so that it looks like it's going across. That didn't really fit there. And then we'll trim off the edges. Here. This side, and then one more. Okay, now that we have these kind of set up, we're going to go ahead and get, I think, December in here. So I have to decide. I have a Date It sticker book by Mojo Jojo Plans, and I think that going smaller with the December might make the most sense to not take away from everything else. I also always feel like if the pages are in the December section in your planner, you know it's December. So I'm not that worried about there being confusion, but I think that that's nice. It's a little bit bold, but it's good for this section. Okay, now we need some, I have to figure out what to do with this space because I covered up a little bit of this one area. I would normally add in a heading box right there, but I think that that might be a little bit complicated. So what I'm going to do is bring in one of these, but we want to lift this a little bit so that it layers. Should have thought of this part first. But it's usually not too difficult to lift part of a sticker. The challenge tends to come when you try to lift more, like the whole thing. So we're going to go ahead and pop this in. Like this. And I realized that I didn't put it down straight. Okay. There we go. Then that looks a little bit nicer. And we have that box, but I still want to give a little heading right here. So I think that we're just going to trim off this little extra part because we don't really need it. Just use my knife. I tend to press harder cutting through something like this because The other side of the page isn't going to be used. It's not necessary. And I'm not really worried about ripping it. Well, I definitely sliced through, but again, Courtney isn't using this, so it doesn't matter as much. Okay, now we can have this sit over here a little bit better. That looks cool. Now, one of the reasons that I wanted to use these stickers is because I love these boxes right here. So I want my Currently sticker book, which I just moved yesterday. The problem is, I don't know where I moved it to. This is why I can't clean, because, here it is. Still, this is why I can't clean, because I don't know where things are. So I think that it would be pretty to use this one here. Once I could actually get it off the page. And we're going to cover up the take note with my white pen. And I'm just going really soft here. I'm barely pressing on the page, but I'm kind of letting the ink hit the page. And that's how you get the thickest cover up when you're using a white pen versus correction tape. I tend to use a white pen when I'm going to put something clear over it because it's a little bit cleaner than the correction tape. Okay, we've got Currently in, and now I want some of these stickers in here. So let's put this one here, and then I love this one. And I want these to kind of connect so that the florals are all connecting and it looks like they're sitting there really nicely together and they're not all separated. This one might be a little bit harder. I feel like I could fit this in nicely right here. Let's see. Oh, I put it down crooked. Okay, before I put that one back down, I want to confirm this area. So I love this shape. I know that it's not really right it's not the right shape if I put it this way. I think it's more intended to be this way. We're just going to take them all off until I figure out what works. It's like putting together a puzzle. We can do the circle here. And I'll just be punching through and then shifting back here. Let's try this again. We can still put it there, but it's still not straight. And I'm standing too. Usually I'm the worst at getting stickers down straight when I'm sitting down, but I am standing. Okay. And when it gets wrinkled from pulling it up 40 times like I did, just be really soft and like firm, soft and firm at the same time when you put it down. Be gentle with it, but really, really press it down, and that helps. Okay. Now we're gonna turn it around again, trim these, and use my punch. Okay, I like that. Now we have a little bit more space to fill in, but before I do that, I want to include some of the Currently words, but I really want to put this orange slice right over there because I like it. Now we have room here for 4 Currently words. So we're going to do planning, decluttering, loving, and feeling. I actually think that I want to use decluttering here because we have some more space for it, and feeling right over here. Now, I want to use goal up top, but I want it to be goals. So we're going to steal an S from supporting. And I'm also cutting off some of the excess on the left side so that it sits nicely next to goal. And this is where Courtney will be able to list out her goals for the month. All right, now we need one thing right over here, one more word. So I like the reflecting on, and I know that it's a different font, but Courtney is a very reflective person, and I think that this would be nice right here to be able to kind of do a little bit of like journaling. I think that that would look nice. Okay, now that we have this side sort of set, we're going to go ahead and add in some of the like missing elements that's going to help it look a little bit more finished just by filling in some of the gaps. Let's try this. Not too much, just a little bit here and there. Wherever I really feel like there's a gap, we're gonna go ahead and add in sticker with it. Let's put this a little bit higher. That's pretty. And then down here, because you can see some of the white pen, we're just gonna continue with a couple more, and maybe even a little strip like right here. That went too far over. I feel like it's always a good indicator of sticker, I don't want to say sticker quality, I want to say like sticker durability when I'm using them, because you can tell what rips and what doesn't. The reason that I want to be specific about not saying sticker quality is just because a sticker may rip does not mean that it's poor quality. I am very, very rough with my stickers because that's just how I am with everything. Okay, we are going to take Calva Plans Alpha Basics Volume 2 and choose a font. I think that this is the closest to December. So Favorites. We have 9 letters in favorites. Favor. R is in the middle. So it's going to go right here. And then we'll just kind of continue to the right side and then the left. T, E, and S. Favo. B. A. And then the F. Perfect. Nicely centered that way. Okay, let's go back to Winter Florals. And we do have other boxes here that aren't just these. However, I feel like because we already have these, they'd be really fun to continue to include throughout this spread. We're gonna probably, let's see if I can maybe give them a little bit more space. Versus having them all connect, but we'll see what the page kind of dictates. I am bringing them a little bit closer together. And then I liked that diamond one that I never got to use before. Because these are sort of like wreath style, I feel like there's no upside down or right side up. So I can be a little bit more free with the orientation of them. and that helps. And then I definitely want to include a circle one because we have the circle on the other side. So let's do, oh my goodness. Put my scissor there to keep that down. Okay. Here. Here. And then the window arch sticker right over there. And then what we can do, this is like the puzzle piece moment when it all starts to come together. Whoops. Or it just sits there on its own. I think we're actually going to continue this like pattern with the florals down at the bottom. And then I think that that'll be 2 full pages of the sticker book that I used, which is great because I love using up sticker book pages. It means less that I'll have for my leftovers spread at the end of the season in my journal, which I tend to do each season, but the goal is to use the stickers, not save them. Come on. And then we're going to pop this here, here. Okay. Just clean that up a little bit. Now, I noticed, and I think I forgot until today, that the Currently sticker book by Mojo Jojo Plans has some favorites. We have Snack, Scent, Song. That's it. Oh, Drink, Snack, Scent, Song, Drink. And I think that's all. So, I don't know what to do. Typically, I write in my own favorites, even when I'm doing custom Patreon spreads. The sticker's crooked, so while I decide what I want to do, we're going to fix this sticker. I started to hear a rip on the left side, so the key is usually just, that one ripped a little bit, continuing to pull in different parts and going gently. Okay. I feel like getting it down straight after words is even harder because it's a little bit curled, but I think that's better. And we did it. All right, let's go back to these favorite words. Favorite song. I don't love these words, and I don't love them for Courtney. I don't want to just put them down because I have stickers for them. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to ask Courtney what favorite words she would want in here. I should have asked before I started the video, but I didn't. So I'm going to ask her, and then we will continue. Maybe not all at the same time, but this for now is Courtney's December and favorites page, and I think it came out really pretty. All right, for our next spread, we are creating in a big happy planner a currently and favorites page for Shawn. And Shawn requested these stickers from Live Love Posh, Posh Christmas. And these are so pretty. And I also feel like while they're definitely Christmas themed, they're also just like a little bit more, I don't know, like there's like a little bit more of just a simple winter theme than like Screaming Christmas, which I think is fun to kind of have that like variation a little bit. So I wanted to put this sticker down over here, but I know that it's going to impact my numbers. It's okay. We can work with it. And then I thought it would be pretty to do another one on the right side. But on the right side, we're going to have a little bit of an issue covering up December unless we just go ahead and redo December completely, which has kind of been the norm lately for some of these. So I guess I didn't really need a December currently page, but I'm going to go ahead and go a little bit lighter with these When I say lighter, I mean like really just covering up the letters so that when I put other stickers down, it won't be as obvious through it. Hopefully, that's the goal. All right, now we're going to this right over here. And what a pretty way to start the month. Now, you guessed it, we need alphabet stickers. So let's see what we want to use here. I think that I want to use these that have the fun designs on them, but I need a ruler to map out December. And of course, my ruler isn't where it's supposed to be. I feel like this has been happening more and more lately. Here it is. Okay. I think this will just add a fun little touch. So D, E, C, E. And we're just going light on the ruler, like as little of the sticker on there as possible. M, B, E, and R. Oops. Now, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I don't think it's necessary to have the year on this page. I think that when it's in your planner and it's where it should be on your planner, the year really isn't necessary. But when I go to put that down, I can still see some of the correction tape through it, and I really don't want to. So we're just gonna peel up another sticker and just use some of this as like a cover here. So we're still going to be putting the December over it, but you won't be able to see as much of the correction tape. But you should be able to see December quite clearly. D, E, C, E, M. So M is in the B, E, R. Well, something's happening. Someone on my roof. I bet they're doing the gutters. Uh-oh. Okay, so it's been like a year and a half since I lived in an apartment, and I was very used to noises upstairs when I lived in an apartment, but I haven't lived in an apartment in a long time. And so whenever I hear other sounds, I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on? And then I realize they are doing the gutters. Okay. We've got December here. I feel like it's a little bit hidden, even though I didn't think it would be. So I want to come up with a solution for that. I do like the colors in these stickers, and I think that if I add a little bit to them, we might be able to make them pop like a little more. Usually I only add the color here, but I feel like I'm gonna add a little bit here. You can even do some here. The M is gonna be tough. So is the B. I think that if we just do a little bit, I'm like out of breath for going outside to see who's out there. Who's there? I think that maybe we leave the M and the R alone, but I think that that works. Okay, now what stickers, what colors do we want to use here? So we have these like pretty pinks and blues that would go along really nicely here. I think that maybe we take one of each. And then let's just see what I have over here. I feel like the red would also be nice, but I kind of just want like the true red and not the foil red. And then we're going to cover up the priorities and important. Okay, so let's do red. Actually, I'm going to do blue over here. I'll explain why in a moment. And then we're going to do the red right here. Now, I like this bird because it's a sticker. It's not a real bird. We're going to put this right here. The reason that I switched the placement of those two was because I wanted to use a colored dating sticker, and I felt like it was going to look better if I had the red ones here and not next to the red sticker or the red box sticker. It is a sticker. Okay, so then we're going to do uno, dos, and tres. Come on. And I'm just gonna put these right over the current ones. 2 and 3. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, I can move this aside for now. And I want to pull out the currently sticker book. This is the Mojo Jojo Plans currently sticker book. And I want some of the bigger letters. I just have to decide which ones I want. Actually, thinking about seeing if I have enough letters to use these. So we have C, U, R, R, E, N, T, L, Y. We do have enough. This way, we're having some font consistency throughout this spread. So again, the same thing with the letters. Also, if I didn't have this R, I could have turned a P into an R. But this way the R's will match. I still hear them up there, but I think that they may be on my next door neighbor's roof now. So it actually saves me something on my to-do list, because over the weekend, James, my boyfriend, was hanging lights outside and noted that my gutters were in need of cleaning and asked if it's something that I have to take care of or my HOA does. Because it's my HOA, it was on my to-do list this week to email them, but now I don't need to because they came. CURENTL and Y. Come on, Y. Okay. Now, because we have just a little bit of words here, we're going to use my white gel pen to cover them up. So this way you don't see as much of the correction tape, which is what I was trying to prevent before, but we're okay. And then just pop this down nicely. Got it. Now we'll use that red pen to add a touch of color again. So I'm going to add it the same way that I did with the December word. Okay. I wasn't actually sure if I'd be able to film this video today because I went to the eye doctor this morning and had my eyes, my pupils dilated, which is not something I've ever had done before. And they actually used a separate dropper or eye drop formula, I guess, to like undilate them to reverse the dilation. And I can't say it didn't work because I don't know how long it should take for the dilation to go away, but it took longer than I expected, which had a bit of an impact on my morning because my appointment was at 7:30 and I very much expected to just come home and start working. But by the time I came home, I couldn't read anything. I've never before looked at my phone or computer or anything with words and not been able to read it. I'm lucky to have 20/20 vision and I've never had issues. So it was a little bit bothersome, but it took a little while and they're better. They're just like a little bit burning now. All right, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do about boxes here. So here's where I'm struggling a little bit. I want to make sure that when I use boxes, the colors match because I don't like using different color boxes. However, this sticker book already has boxes. I do have the Mojo Jojo Plans Big Boxes and More because I think that this would be a good addition here, but not too many of them. Like, I don't want to use a ton. I know that this blue is going to be really hard to match. So before I put anything else down, I want to see if I can find a pink match, but I'm not necessarily looking for big ones. This pink is soft, but it's close. So I think that what we'll do is use, let's see how many I have first. Oof, we are out of those. I should, though, have the series, the functional box series stickers. Those are too short. We need the functional boxes series 4 for this, I believe. Series 2, series 5. I think that series 4 has the square boxes, which I'm going to want. This pink works too. I think we'll use this. These two I can put away. So we have the red. We have the pink in that size, but I need some larger pink ones. So series 5 should be good here. No, this is functional boxes. We need pastel. Okay, I'm gonna get the boxes together and then I'll come back once they're all ready. You don't need to see me go through all my box sticker books. Okay, that was actually all I needed, so it worked out well. But we're going to go ahead and add in some of these. So I like doing different size and shape boxes when I'm doing a currently page because I feel like it just kind of creates a nicer, like different effect than just having all the same and it looking like really static. So I want to go back to these before I put everything down because I want to see which stickers we have to work with here. Okay, I really love the snowflakes. So I think that I want to put one there. And then we're going to kind of just lower this so that they're not perfectly aligned. Then let's go back to the blue because I know we're going to need blue. I'm going to pull out both of the full blue boxes. I want to focus most on blue and purple here because that was Shawn's request when I was like I asked for the spread request was blue and purple or blue and red. I don't know why I said purple. So I do want to focus more on those colors. But if I put this here, we're going to have a little bit of a gap. First of all, this is not down straight. Let's fix that. I can't really rip this sticker because it's my only one left. All right, instead of just putting that down, let's take another floral because we have plenty of decorative stickers here. And we're going to put this here. Then if I shift this blue over a little bit more, we'll have more room for something red. And I think I would go for a red square here, like this, kind of layering. And then we have room for something else over here. But color-wise, I think the only thing that would work would be red again. So I think that if I take another red square and put it here, we can do something decorative and a quote over here. So down at the bottom, we do have some quotes, or down at the bottom in the back of the sticker book. I like the most wonderful time of the year. I also like this big Merry Christmas one. But I think it's too big. The only way to use it would be to cover up the holidays down at the bottom. Otherwise, you could do it right here. I'm trying to see what would get punched. I think we'll be okay if we don't want to cover those. Now that I have that in, oops, sorry about the shaking. We're gonna punch here and punch here. Okay, this is pretty. Now we need some currently words. So I have currently, I feel like when I'm looking at my screen, my phone is a bit dark. I'm gonna try to brighten that up. The lights are on fully, so, and it's not even dark out, so I don't quite know what's going on, but it may just be the coloring that I have right now. All right, let's choose a font. So I think we're gonna go for, I like this one. I just need to make sure that I like the words. I also like this one because I feel like it's really clean. So let's do watching, planning, loving. We're gonna put loving here because we have a nice big sticker for it. Planning, watching, celebrating, let's do eating and feeling. Actually, I don't want to put feeling there. I want to put feeling here because I feel like that's a lot, that's good space for it. And then I want to put goal, but I want to make it goals. So we're going to do the same thing and just cut here. I feel like supporting is a word that I could do without, so I have no problem cutting it. There you go. And then we need one more word. Let's do appreciating. It's always a good word, right? Remember the things we appreciate. Okay, put this to the side. We are going to shift back here and just pop in a couple more of these snowflake stickers. This is like the good time to just kind of add in other stickers. We can also do a poinsettia, but I'd like it to be flush against the boxes. So we're just going to cut it to a right corner. And maybe something right here, maybe one more little snowflake. Just a little bit right here. I think would be pretty. Okay, I like this side. Now that we have the currently down, we need to do a favorite side. So because we covered this whole top area in floral, I'd like to do the same thing on the right side. The right side's going to be a little bit easier because I don't have to worry about covering anything up. It's just all a blank page. However, we do have this candy cane. I feel like a candy cane, it's going to be upside down. This way it's going to stick out. I feel like the candy cane kind of has to be like this in order for it to make sense. I worry about putting stickers upside down. Here it was like that, which is probably how it needs to be. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use that. In the meantime, let's take, we have this really big, beautiful floral. And actually, if we have two, it should work. I need to move this sheet. I feel like it's always harder when I'm using big planner pages because I have less room on my desk. Okay, if we put that down, I'm guessing that the second one of it won't match up perfectly, but I think we can get away with it because it'll probably go here. I think it's going to be fine. All right. I mean, if you're looking for it, you can tell that there's a seam there. If you're not looking for it, I don't really think that you can. It's not like, oh my goodness, that's the worst part I've ever seen. There's a seam there. Like, whoops. It's not that deep, right? Okay. Now we need the favorites stickers. So if I go back to my Alpha Basics, which is right here sitting waiting for me on the right, I kind of want to use bigger ones since I have the room here, but I don't know that I have the letters. So I have F-A-V-O. We can fake an R. R-I-T-E and S. We can do it with the big ones. That's perfect. Okay. We just have to fake it a little bit. What I have to decide though is where I want to put these. If I want to put them over the top or I want to go beneath. I don't know. F-A-V. O. Oh, speaking of O, I forgot to say this part. I did speak to Courtney and I got her requests for the favorites words. However, I filled them out and put it in the mail before I got a chance to get back on camera. So I do have those favorites words, but it's not on camera. So sorry about that, but I feel like I left a cliffhanger. Maybe not really. It's not that serious, but maybe you were curious. And I feel like because I'm filming this video on 2 separate days, I sometimes forget where I left off. Okay, I think that we just go low here. I don't think that going all the way to the top would work, but I think we can kind of shift this right over here. And with these words, I'm also going to do the same thing and reach out to Shawn to see if there's any specific word requests. Okay, we have our Favo pits. So we're going to fix that and just make an R here. I think we can go a little bit further, not much. There we go. And now we have favorites. If I get back my zebra mild liner, we're going to bring in the color as well. Just to kind of make these stickers pop a little bit. And then I think we can do it like here. Maybe here too. And here too. Okay. I like how that looks. Now, I do think I wanted to come back in with this candy cane sticker. And let's see what else is in here. Maybe one more down at the bottom. I feel like this sticker looks so small because it's on a big page. Okay, now it's time to add in favorites. So I have to figure out what to do here because typically I just use the square boxes. However, with the red, we used, on the left side, we used bigger boxes. So I think that if I wanted to stick with the square, we have to go back to the classic size since we don't have that blue. I just ripped that sticker. Okay. We're going to put this here. And then let's put this one here. How many lines are between those? 2? 1, 2. So then this one can go right over here. And it will be layered a little bit. So now we have the red down. What I didn't check is how many blue squares we have. We actually don't have any. No. Because this sticker book does not have actual squares. Okay. Let's see. I just opened a sticker book the other day that had blue in it. And I was, I know. Mojo Dojo Plans winter boxes. Okay, winter boxes has a good match, not a perfect match. So what we're going to do is use the good match and then one. Oh no, do we only have one square in here? One. Is there really just one of that color? And there's one of this color. Oh, you know what? This gray, I think, is pretty good, but do I have three? Why is it so hard to find box stickers? Does the gray boxes and more have this? Probably not, because this is like a very blue gray. All right, we're gonna have to do some improvising here because I'm really not able to find what I need. So I am going to use this gray. We're gonna put it right here. And we're also going to use this one. I'm gonna put it here. And then there's two of those. We're going to make one. So if I'm looking at where this needs to be cut, it's gonna be like right here. We're going to create a square. Is this the right height? It is. So this is going to go over here. And then we'll cut off the bottom piece and add it on. If you have a full box, you can make a square. It just takes a little bit more finagling. Now we need the pink. So let's take two of the pink boxes. Oh, three, not two. One, two, and one more. Okay. Now for this side, what I decided I wanted to do is use one of the gray boxes here to replace one of these blue ones. So we're going to put this right here. This way I have both the gray and the blue, and I do feel like the gray is kind of a nice touch, but if I'm really just glancing here and here, I don't feel like I see a huge color difference. And then we can put planning right back. Now, I'm going to take three of these gray headings and we're going to put the grayish blue on the red. We're going to move this and take three red headers and we're going to put the red on the pink and then the pink will go on the gray. And these are for, if you haven't seen this type of video before, these are for favorite things like favorite movie, favorite TV show, favorite day, favorite achievement. There's all different options there. The red goes on the pink. And then we need the pink Okay. The amount of sticker books that are on my desk right now. Oh my goodness. I need pastel series 1 for this. That's pastel series 2. Oh my goodness. Don't tell me that I can't find pastel series 1. It's like the one that I need right now. Series 4, Series 5, Series 3, Series 3, Series 5. We have to find one. I pulled these pink boxes from Pink Boxes and More. This is what happens when you have too many box sticker books. Can't figure out where anything is. I do want to organize these better in the new year, and I have a plan for it. I just need the time to execute the plan. So we're gonna go ahead and pop these in right here. Okay, now each box has a heading. We are going to take Posh Christmas again, and we used Merry Christmas on the left side. So on the right side, I want something that doesn't say Merry Christmas, and maybe something that's just a little bit wider. And I think I like this Santa baby right here in the middle, but I think we can add a little more decor. So if I take this sticker, we put this right here. Perfect. And then we put Santa baby right over here. It's going to cover a little bit of the candy cane, but it's okay. Now we have these snowflakes. So now is the time to go in and add the stickers. Add in all the fun extras. This one is going to go right over here. And then let's do maybe a floral. I don't have a ton of room for another floral right here, so okay, it's gonna go back. Just something a little bit smaller, like the poinsettia. I don't think that every single sticker needs it, but I think that just adding in some here and there would be pretty. I do think we need another snowflake though, right over here. There we go. And I think that we are set. So I'm going to reach out to Shawn before I throw these in the mail and ask what favorites categories to use, but I think that we are all set. A couple of hiccups getting there, but I think that these came out really, really pretty. I know I don't have Courtney's to show again because that is already en route to across the country. So hopefully you enjoyed. I'll link everything that I used in the description of the video. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me, and I will see you next time.